Welcome back, Outlaws. On today's episode, we're going to be checking out this Dipsosaurus dorsalis, also known as the desert iguana. So stay tuned. This is Festus. He lives in my yard with his family, and this is his story. The range of this heat-loving lizard encompasses Southern California, Southern Nevada, Southwestern Utah, and Western and South-Central Arizona in the United States. In Mexico, it can be found in eastern and southern Baja California, and also in northwestern Mexico. The habitat of the desert iguana is largely contained within the range of the creosote bush. I didn't think I was going to see Festus or his family again, because over the last 2 days we had a Hurricane K that blew right up the California coast. This storm, in its fury, created torrential downpours and flash flooding that this area hadn't seen in years. For all the animals and critters that live underground, this is a catastrophe. This is the Highway S2, looking south into the town of Ocotillo. It's now just a sand wash, with no sign of pavement anywhere. Up ahead in a little bit, the sand clears away and goes back to pavement, but you can see the extent of the flood here covering the highway. Here is a shot looking north before the flood. That's why I was so happy to see Festus this morning when he greeted me out in the yard as I started my chores. These are extremely friendly little lizards, and every time they hear me in the yard, they always come out to greet me. This lizard is about 18 inches long. They have been known to get up to almost 24 inches in length. Though desert iguanas seem to prefer open, relatively flat habitat, they rely heavily on the creosote bush in these areas for a number of needs. This plant provides some of the lizard's diet, which is flowers, and the lizard burrows around and under the plant's roots to avoid thermal extremes and predation. Desert iguanas emerge from hibernation in mid-March. Breeding occurs in April and May, with 2 to 10 eggs laid from late May to early July. Hatchlings emerge late July through August. Desert iguanas may lay 2 clutches of eggs a year under the right conditions. This lizard is extremely tolerant of high temperatures and can be seen active during midday and even in the hottest of summers. Primarily herbivores, the desert iguana crawls into the branches of the creosote bushes and other shrubs to feed upon the leaves and flowers. Additionally, it eats insects and carrion. Studies have shown that secretions from the femoral pores on the underside of the thighs of the rear legs fluoresce, and that the lizard has vision in these wavelengths. So besides using these secretions as scent markings, they may also serve as visual indicators of a desert iguana's presence. This lizard is most common in dry, sandy areas dominated by the creosote bush. It can also be found in rocky streambeds up to 4,000 feet in elevation. The Latin name for this lizard comes from a combination of 2 Greek words meaning thirsty lizard, dipsa for thirsty and saurus for lizard. The specific name dorsalis comes from the Latin word dorsum, meaning spike, in reference to a row of enlarged spike scales on the middle of the lizard's back, which form a crest that extends down the tail. These iguanas have a lifespan of about 7 to 14 years, so I hope Festus and I have many good sunsets together in the future.